So for today's lesson, we're going to look at solving linear systems through substitution. All right, so if you remember substitution, when we started at the beginning of the year evaluating expressions, that's an example of the substitution property. You're taking a value, for example, x equals 2, and plugging it into an expression. That's basically what solving using substitution method with a system is. You're basically taking one equation and putting it inside in another. Sometimes you will simply have an equation as x equals 2 or y equals 4. Sometimes you'll actually have an equation y equals 2x plus 8. All right. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to solve linear systems by substitution and determine whether a system has one, infinite, or no solutions. All right. So before we move on to actually going through the steps of a system, if we go back to when we solved multi-step equations, again, when we solved, we either had one solution, no solution, or infinite number of solutions. So when we talk about one solution, an example of one solution is x equals 2 or w equals 8. Okay. An example of infinite number of solutions when we're looking at solving by a system could be 2 equals 2 or x equals x. All right. And remember, no solution when we solved an equation could be 2 equals 4 or 27 equals 1. Okay, we know that that's not true because 2 will never equal 4 and 27 will never equal 1. All right, so that's what our solutions are going to look like when we're solving by substitution versus on the graph. You can actually see where they intersected to see there was one solution, or that they did not intersect, no solution, or that they were just one line. Okay, so when we're looking at solving using substitution, first you're going to substitute the equation that is solved for x or y into the other equation and solve. Then you're going to take the value you solve for and substitute into the first equation, find the other variable, rewrite your solution as an ordered pair in the form x, y. All right, so if we take a look at our first one, we have x is equal to 17 minus 4y, and y is equal to x minus 2. In this equation or system, both equations are solved for a variable. So we have x equal, we have y equal. So we can choose whichever one we like to substitute with which. So I'm going to substitute in my x equals into my equation y equals x minus 2. So I have y equals, I'm going to sub in for x, 17 minus 4y minus 2. And the reason why I put it in parentheses is to show that I'm subbing that in for x. All right, so we can rewrite it without the parentheses and just have 17 minus 4y. All right, so now we can see that I have y on both sides of my equation. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and simplify. So I'm going to move my y over. So I'm going to add 4y to both sides. And I'm going to get 5y. Simplify 17 minus 2, which gives me 15. Solve for y by dividing both sides by 5, and I get y equals 3. All right, so again, I've gotten my y value. Now I have to find my x value. So since this equation here is already solved for x, all I'm going to simply do is sub in 3 for y. So going back to that substitution property, I have x is equal to 17 minus 4 times 3. X is equal to 17 minus 12. X is equal to 5. All right, so my solution to this system of equations is 5, 3. All right, so now we're going to do the exact same. So that's all we're doing with the substitution property is subbing in. So here for this second example, we can see that, okay, I have one equation solved for a variable. So I have x is equal to 6y minus 7. Then I have an equation for x plus y is equal to negative 3. Since my first equation is already solved for x, I'm going to go ahead and sub that in. So I'm going to have 4 times 6y minus 7 plus y equals negative 3. Now I've got to simplify, so I'm going to distribute my 4 to everything in the parentheses. So 24y minus 28 plus y is equal to negative 3. 24y plus y gives me 25y minus 28 is equal to negative 3. Add 28 on both sides. I get 25y is equal to 25. Divide both sides by 25. And I get y is equal to 1. We found our y value. Now we need to find our x, so we can go ahead and plug that y in. So I have 6 times 1 minus 7, which gives me 6 minus 7, which gives me negative 1. So my x value is negative 1. So my solution to this system is negative 1, 1. All right, so just be careful when you are subbing in, making sure that you're looking at whether you're subbing in for x, subbing in for y, and solving them appropriately, because normally when we solve, sometimes we solve for the x and then find the y, but in these two examples, we've solved for the y and then had to find the x. So make sure when you're putting them in ordered pair, your x value goes first and then your y. All right, now it's time to test your understanding. Please go back to Google Classroom and fill out the Google form that is labeled Systems by Substitution.